The film is kind of mediocre. It does have some pacing issues. They have this sequence where Deku and Rhodey are supposed to be bonding over this road trip after they had a big falling out, or falling out if you've seen the film. And they do a montage of them on the road with music playing over it, which is not a bad thing. But to me, as a creative, as a writer, I would have liked to have seen dialogue and seen them actually talking and getting to know each other. Granted, the visuals of the montage did tell us what was going on, and that's fine because that's a creative choice that the director and the animators and all that chose to do. But for me personally, I would have liked to have seen more of them interacting instead of a montage. I feel like we really lost some of the relationship building that they had. The other main fault I have with is how this will probably never tie into the TV show, which is probably my biggest fault with all of these films, is that they never tie in. They're all standalone films, but you have to see the show in order to watch the movies, which doesn't make sense to me as a creative and a storyteller. Because if you make a movie off of a show and it easily takes place during the middle of a season, you would want it to tie in. But we're never going to see that, and we know we're not going to see that because of the fact of they basically have already passed this story arc. We've already seen 1A come back from their work studies. We already have seen all that. We know where the show is going. And that's really the biggest gripe. Now, the action sequences are fun. I do feel like towards the end, where the last action sequences, when I watched it the first time, I felt like the animation went really fast-paced. And granted, the show and the movies have always done fast-paced action. But with this one, it just felt like overly fast-paced, and sometimes the animation kind of blurred the colors, and it just seemed like a hodgepodge of anime colors. Watching it the second time, I didn't really see it that much, because I did see it second time. The second time, I saw it in 40X, which I think is probably the best 40X experience I have ever seen. If you don't know what 40X is, where the seats actually move up and down, side to side, it jerks you around, there's water that spurts out at you, strobe lights, there's wind, the back of the seats when they're punching, it gives you a little jab in the back. It's a really nice experience. This is probably the best one because when they're actually doing the action sequences, and there's a specific sequence dealing with a train, if you've seen the film, you'll know what I'm talking about, where I had a fountain drink from a gas station that I brought to the movies, and I literally thought it was going to leap out of the cup holder. That's how fast the seats were moving. It really pushed you into the action, and I enjoyed the film a lot more in 40X because of that. And I didn't notice the whole hodgepodge of colors and animations. I also might have been a little bit tired when I saw it the first time, so that could also play a factor into it. But overall, this is a fun film. Do I think it's the best movie out of the three? No, it's probably my least favorite one, to be honest. Also, before I forget, they introduced these new outfits for Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki at the very beginning. And that's the only time we see them. We never see them wear the new outfits again, which is kind of disappointing because I like the look of the new outfits. It's way better than their original, especially Todoroki. Todoroki's outfit is kind of lame to begin with, and this new outfit was really cool, and I wish they would have kept that, but because we're never going to see it tie into the show, they can't have that crossover. Overall, fun movie. If you like the show, you'll like the movie. It's as simple as that. If you want to see the movie, you haven't seen the show, you have to see the show. You have to at least see up to the first half of season 5. Get to the point where they're done with the work studies, and then you can watch this movie. Out of the movies, I do think the second one is my favorite still. But overall, for My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission, I will probably give it a B+. Like I said, I just had fun with it. It's a nice little expansion of the characters and their developments that we will never see in the show, sadly. But yes, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Is there any other movies that you think? What's your favorite My Hero Academia movie? Comment down below. Let me know. I want to talk to you guys about that. Also, in the description, I have links to my Instagram, Twitter, and everything else, all the fun stuff like that. And guys, I will catch you in the next one. Adios.